Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. You know I get deep like Jaucquesto. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. You know I get deep like Jaucquesto.
We're slipping down into the depths of darkness. So mark this as I spark this, an artist that'll show you exactly where my heart is. Just like Paul, we need to reason, even if they claim that it's treason. Saying this has been the trend throughout this evil season. Whenever I take a look around, I find something to bring me down. I'm saddened by the loss because their life is what it costs. It's either heads or tails we toss. We're living this life just like a gamble. Bullets fly by and people don't even scramble. The ghettos, they run them up, but at least they don't hide it. In the rich neighborhoods, the people are all divided. They wonder why I'm excited. This smile becomes a frown as I break it down. People killing people, eating people, killing babies. Husbands, they beat their wives, and all I hear are maybes. They say maybe God is real, and maybe he is not. Once you accept the truth, don't look back like that. This world is bringing me grief because I got a lot of love. I try to stay focused on above all the push and shove, cause it can make your heart take heed to the need to read, so that you don't disregard this. It ain't gotta be not time to get caught up in the darkness.
Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. You know I get deep like Jaucquesto. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. You know I get deep like Jaucquesto.
Chemical wars leaving cities in shambles. People can't cope, flying off the handle. Mentality messed up, physically deranged. Walking comatose, talking to the rain. Everybody black, yelling loud, fight the power. Yeah, I'm with it, but what about the next hour? Not today, man, I'm talking tomorrow. Who would be the slave and who would be the pharaoh? In charge of a messed up dream, a messed up time. Heed the words in this rhyme. It's based on fact, not fiction. Listen, some claim to be chosen, but I'm not the one to perpetrate fate. Tease you with false bait. People are uplifted when I create a new and improved game plan, not for one hand, but the type of humanity for all man. Racism's been around for many years. Tears for fears, but waiting till the smoke clears from the bomb, AIDS, new diseases. One day we'll all scream for Jesus, but until that day, I thank God that I started this and not letting me slip in the darkness.
Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. You know I get deep like Jaucquesto. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. You know I get deep like Jaucquesto. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. You know I gets deep like Jaucquesto. It's the F to the A to the Z and the E. Laying deep in the cut, blowing up in 3D. You see, it ain't where you at or where you're from, and it don't really matter if you're speaking in tongues. I'm coming with the flavor that's deep within my soul. I'm coming with the real punk, so act like you know. I'm going toe to toe with the snakes, fakes, and bigots. It's just the way it is, and it's the way I gotta kick it. So stick it in your system, take a listen to the flow. The evil one is busy, and you know he wants your soul. I got to let you know, cause he's running out of time. He's a master of deception, always messing with your mind. It ain't hard to tell, I see him working in the churches. My spirit gets heavy when I see them demons lurking. The blood from the sun, free my soul, so I'ma spark this. Cause even when it's sunny, someone's slipping in the darkness. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. You know I get deep like Jaucquesto. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3 in the front. Check 1 to the 2 to the 3